Hey everybody. So yeah, yesterday we got basically finished up. It's everything except for the abort button. So this is functionally complete. It's definitely not usable, very usable. It's hideous and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Um, One thing that and I was struggling with this in the last video is like unless there's a certain number of these selected, you don't get any results. So I probably should have those marked differently. I should make this like a little bit more defined. Um, and then I definitely need to get the console logs out of, I mean, and onto the screen. And it would be nice to. I'm thinking that maybe I'll have like between here this and properties, like have a statically placed, or maybe at the top have like a statically placed little results pane, so that and then you could scroll around in here so that it works pretty well on the phone. Right now, I've only ever done this on my laptop. But yeah, so in the interest of making this a little bit more usable, I changed these from buttons to checkboxes. The nice thing is then you know whether it's on or off. Just as a quick note, uh, one of the things that I had gotten that I was struggling with was on this log function. Um, and I couldn't figure out how to get the add event listener and remove event listeners working. And basically, the problem is that like the key that gets called it gets pushed in, which is the name. I ended up making the name of it um, is like on audio start. But when you're using the add and remove event listeners, you just send an audio start, sound start. Yeah. So if we go to the index real quick. Oh no, that's not. This is dynamically. Remember when that was called DHTML, dynamic HTML, but it's dynamically created. And so up here in these checkboxes, these guys right here. No, these guys right here. Basically, I made the name is the key, so we get that gets passed in. I guess I probably it would have been more appropriate to make it the value. Um, and then maybe make the name the key, but then the value the key dot substring. I think I could do that. Yeah, I could have just done that in there, and then use the value. I guess that would have been a little bit better, but this works. This is fine. Um, but basically, yeah, that's what I had to do to get that working. And so now, just so the confusion that I keep running into this is like, let's say I just say like this one, right? Like you can't see anything, and that's because none of the data was collected because none of the event handlers are set up. None of the logging handlers are set up. So like if you just do like on end, for example, one, see all you get is this the end event. Um, so if you really want, like if you select them all, you're definitely going to get a nice result, right? So if we select all these, but I probably should like somehow mark all the ones that are necessary. One. See, now we got a nice result. 2,000. So what we can do is like for example, we don't need on no match, right? So 5. So it's interesting. So I wonder if 10, 10. So 9, 0. So it looks like 0 through 9 come back as the text, and then 10 and up go up. That sure would be a nice thing if you could tell it, give me numbers and numbers, and give me numbers and text. But anyways, that looks like it's the default. I wonder if you get multiple matches. Can't even remember how to. 1. this the? I think this is the one that gives you. No, not the grammars. The results. Is it this guy? Results. Oh, so it did give me one that was a number one, but it also gave me ONE, WON, WUN, WONE, and then the number one. Um, so this is the case where the last one seems to be the best. But I guess, see, so let's make it two instead of like this and see what it gives us. Let me clear that. One. I just don't even know. That's not the right one. So I think it was the result. Recognition, speech and sound and audio and let's see. Oh, we didn't get anything really. Let me try that again. One. So yeah, this is better. And I don't think it was in here. There's one that has the result in it. Yeah, this guy. There you are. Results. So it just gave me one and one. So anyways, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to look for the words 1, 2, 3, and then we don't have to look for it for 10 through 1,000. Yeah, and and that probably won't be that way. Like, so when you write this code out, it's probably not going to be that way in the final. Like when this is no longer in WebKit and they have this thing, totally normalized and working the same on all the browsers, I bet you anything it won't work that way. I'll bet you there'll be some sort of key or attribute that you can set to give preference to numbers as numeric instead of like this. Um, that would be my guess on how that will work. But yeah, so that's that. Step one was to get the check boxes working, or turn these into check boxes, and then the next thing I guess I'll do is probably get this abort button working, and then probably and then we'll go from there. It'd be nice to get this looking a little better, and then once it looks and is reasonable, and I kind of put it somewhere so I could try it out on my phone. Once that's working, I'll go ahead and redo this in Angular with Angular material, so it looks real nice, and kind of works with tabbing, and they just take care of all that stuff for you. But anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.